very beautiful evening to you. Welcome to Save Blood Arena on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Dele Agadumo, and Save Blood Arena is brought to you courtesy Lagos Save Blood Transfusion Services. Here we talk about blood components, voluntary blood donation, and blood donation advocacy. And today on the program, I have two guests from one organization, One Health Lifesavers. I have Idris Ibrahim. Idris Ibrahim is the executive director and the co-founder of the organization One Health Lifesavers. Good evening. Welcome to Save Blood Arena.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Still a bit shy, I guess. And of course, I have Abdullah Adeniji Bello, also co-founder and technical manager, One Health Lifesavers. Good evening. Welcome to the program.
Good evening.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, and of course, I have Mr. Taiwo Oloko. He's a quality assurance officer at Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services. Good evening also.
Good evening.
All right.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you also. All right, so let me begin with Idris. Yes, Idris, co-founder and executive director. Tell us a bit about your organization. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are listening, we're discussing why I should donate blood. That is a topic for discussion today, but I'm going to start by asking them about their organization and how long you have been, one, in existence, and secondly, how long have you been involved in voluntary blood donation advocacy?
Thank you very much. We are One Health Lifesavers. We are a non-profit organization that advocates for blood donation.
Okay.
We do that. We are trying to tackle the blood shortage crisis in Nigeria through two ways majorly. Firstly, we are advocating for blood donation, and secondly, we are going to underserved communities to provide access to primary health care.
Okay.
Against diseases that may require blood transfusion.
All right.
Yeah, so we have been in existence for about a year and 6 months.
Okay.
So we started around March 2023, and since then we have held about 4 blood donation drives and 4 medical outreaches in communities in Lagos.
All right.
Yeah.
So how did you get into blood donation advocacy or voluntary blood donation advocacy? What was the driving force?
Okay, so for me it was quite personal because around February 2023 I lost my uncle.
Okay.
He was a very good friend of mine, so I lost him to a disease that required blood transfusion, but at that time they could not get blood for him.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was quite sad. So I spoke to my very good friend and co-founder that there's a problem and we can provide a solution to this problem. Right? We can start an organization where we advocate for blood donors and speak to youths about the importance of blood donation.
Right.
Yeah, and also create a platform for them.
Okay.
So that was our driving force.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do you? I'm going to come to your co-founder. How do you get to convince people, especially Lagosians, that there's a need for them to donate blood voluntarily without remuneration? Have you done that personally?
Yeah, but he's more involved in that, so I'll just let him answer.
Okay. So, Abdullah. Okay. So let me get that answer from you. Okay. How do you convince people? Because I know that it can't be easy. We have a lot of myths, a lot of misconceptions about blood donation. How do you convince people and get them to respond positively?
Okay, so the first thing I noticed was when you need to convince people, you need to show them what they're going to benefit from doing such things.
Okay.
So in Lagos State, we all know Lagos State is one of the most populated states in Nigeria. So by virtue, we are prone to having more people in the hospitals.
Okay.
So with those people in the hospitals, there are going to be more people that will require blood transfusions.
All right.
Okay, so when we bring out that information that we need people to actually start to donate blood, so that was part of our driving force. So apart from that, we had to bring the information to people that blood donation is practically safe.
Okay.
And it's very safe and it's not stressful at all.
Okay.
So when people come to meet me that, oh, what if something happens to me? We have to try to convince them that, oh, it's not actually, even in a way, the person that is even going to check your vitals and everything is even more at fault if anything should happen to you. So it's like a pilot flying your plane and you're telling him to be careful. Come on. His life is also in danger as well. So the person has to be extra careful with what they're doing. So there are strict procedures and protocols to be followed to be sure that a person is eligible to donate blood. So if those things are not in place, if just one thing is missing, you cannot donate blood. So you have to be sure that you are safe and you will be, and there are going to be no complications with you. Okay, so after those procedures all those protocols have been observed, then you have to ask yourself, okay, what is in it for me? So for the person that is donating blood, first of all, it's like you are just visiting the hospital for free. You are going to have free checkups. You're going to check your blood pressure, your weight, your height, your heart rate, your blood levels as well. So when they check and they see anything is wrong, they're going to inform you that this is what is wrong, this is what you can do about it, so that you can be better and you can be more fit. So for example, now if your blood levels are low, they're going to tell you what to do. If it can be low, so they'll tell you cannot donate blood, but this is what you can do to get your blood levels to the range that we expect it to be. At the other spectrum, it can also be really high. So when it's high, doctors even advise people to donate blood to bring it to the normal level. So that is one way that blood donation can help. Another way is it can help you in burning calories. So it's a great way to keep fit. Then another way it can also help is you are tested for different diseases like HIV, hepatitis, syphilis. So that's a great way to be sure that you are free from all these diseases. Then other things that you can also gain from doing this blood donation is you get to know your blood group, your genotype, and this information are vital to you in the long run. Then when you donate blood, the blood donation helps you to reduce the iron levels in your body. So recent research has brought to light that excess of iron in your body can make you prone to different types of cancers. So by bringing down the iron levels, you are reducing your likelihood of developing cancers. So that's for the person that is donating now. Now what about the person that's benefiting? How are you helping the person? So there's a blood shortage crisis in Nigeria, if probably even around the world. So if we start by donating blood, a single pint of blood can save up to 3 lives potentially. So blood can be separated into different components, and part of the components, there are 3 that are usually transfused. So by donating just a single pint, they can extract those 3 components and use to save different lives. And in the way blood is safe, the way blood donation is safe, you're only eligible to donate about once in 3 months, at least at the minimum. So that's a maximum of 4 times a year if you are pinpoint to every appointment. So if you look at it, you are donating once in 3 months, but you are saving 3 lives in that 3 months. So it's like saving a life every month. If you do that 4 times a year, you've saved 12 lives in the long run. So, and another thing is it can help you. It brings some form of personal upliftment that, oh, I have saved a life. You don't necessarily have to be a doctor or a nurse or a paramedic to save a life. So by donating blood, you are part of the healthcare system by donating blood and giving back to the community.
You're a medical student.
Yes, I'm a 511 medical student. I'm passionate about all this.
Because from the flow, it's either you've undergone some training as regards advocacy or you're a medical student. So I had to ask that.
It's more of both.
More of both. Good, fantastic. So both of you, you're still students?
Yes, we're in the same class.
Okay, I see. So how do you get, with your organization now, because you're starting well in school now, how do you get fellow students involved in blood drive or blood advocacy? How do you get them involved? And then if they have, how do you tackle the issue of myths when it comes to releasing your blood, so to speak? How do you do that?
Okay, so how we get students involved, because our major target is youth. So what we do is we have integrated to social media in our advocacy.
Okay.
So we tend to send contents out on our social media platforms
Okay.
for
Alright.
people online to be able to see and understand the importance of blood donation.
Okay.
Yeah, and also we have a team, a core team, about 10 individuals that are running One Health Lifesavers. They are all youths.
Okay.
So we, with that core team, we tend to reach out to a lot of people. We have over 500 donors and volunteers on our platform. Yeah, so whenever we have a blood drive, we send out broadcast messages, we send out, we publish on our website and on our social media platforms to reach out to these people to come around for the donation.
Okay.
Okay, so for myths, yeah, so there are a lot of myths surrounding blood donation, and I'll just like to debunk a few that I can. So there's one that a lot of people say that blood donation is hurtful or it brings a lot of pain. You understand? So what I'll say is, the only pain you would feel is the pricking sensation of the needle at first. That's when the insert, and that's all. And also the hole or the point where the needle was inserted will heal in less than 2 to 3 days. So it's really not all that painful, to be honest. And the fulfillment you get after that will be able to cover it all.
Okay.
You understand? So another one is people saying vegetarians cannot donate blood because maybe they don't eat animal-based food and all those kind of things. So it is not true. Vegetarians can donate blood as well as any other person, non-vegetarian. But the only issue is because vegetarians do not take in a lot of iron, so sometimes they might be anemic.
Okay.
Understand? But the pre-donation exercise that they take, it will actually screen them and determine whether they are fit to donate, whether they are anemic or fit to donate.
Okay.
And another myth is a person that has tattoo cannot donate. In Nigeria, this area we are in the world, we have a lot of people with tribal marks, tattoos, and others, all sorts. So it is not true that a person with tattoo cannot donate. The only issue is because you cannot completely trust the person that has the person that has given that person the tattoo or where they have gotten it from.
Yes.
So the regulation is a person that has gotten a tattoo cannot donate until after 12 months of getting that tattoo. This is to prevent the risk of infection and all that things.
Yes.
Understand? One more myth is that hospitals sell blood, and this is very important for me to say because a lot of individuals outside in the community think that hospitals sell blood to them, and to my own knowledge, the public hospitals, it is false because the only fee that they pay is called a service fee. You understand? Because when a voluntary donor comes to donate blood, that blood is processed. They screen it for diseases like HIV, hepatitis, and syphilis, and that blood is also bagged and then stored in refrigerators for some days. You understand? So all those services that they used to store and process the blood, that's what individuals pay for. You understand? So they don't pay for the blood, actually, just pay for service.
Okay.
You understand? So those are the myths. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so Abdullah, do you have anything to add to the myths or misconceptions? Well, particularly myths that we've come across from during your advocacy drive.
I haven't really heard much more from what they have said, but I actually want to emphasize more on the fact that they say hospitals are selling the blood. I'm also going to say it's not true. It's more like an overhead cost, because if you are going to be paying for the blood, you don't expect the blood to just miraculously appear from somewhere. What if there is no blood donor in the middle of the night? The blood has to be stored somewhere, and we know the situation of the economy right now. Somebody has to pay for the fuel that's going to run the gen to power on the refrigerator to keep it, and it has to be stored for a few months, a few days, if not months. And those, it's not easy to you can't just keep it in any condition. They have to be stored at particular temperatures, certain conditions. So if those conditions are not met, the blood would not be optimal for transfusion, and in the end, it's just be like a waste. So, part of the overhead fees are the kits that are going to use to test this blood to be sure everything is right with it. There is no infection, no the content of the blood is safe for transfusion, and you want to be sure that when you transfuse it to the patient, it's not going to affect them in any way, and it's going to be safe for them in the long run. So the other thing is, I've heard things like tattoos as well, lali, tribal marks on the body, chests, hands, legs. It's also, they say that you cannot donate blood at all. Like, I've heard people compare Messi and Ronaldo, and they'll say, oh, Messi has a lot of tattoos on his body, while Ronaldo doesn't have tattoos. That means that Ronaldo is a constant blood donor, but that means Messi cannot donate blood. But that also is not true. There's just a window period where you cannot donate blood while you have those tattoos. Okay. So after that, you will be eligible to donate blood, provided you don't get another tattoo
during that period. Right. So, being students, how do you get funding for your voluntary blood donation or advocacy drives? How do you get funding? Because I don't think that your stipends or pocket money can do anything. So how do you get funding to run the advocacy drives or blood drives?
Okay, so like you said, my pocket money alone cannot fund. It can't even go far. By the time I'm done, I'm drinking Gary the next day.
Oh, not just the next day, probably for the semester.
By the next day, I'm drinking Gary, and I have to call him like, "Mommy, please." So, although we had to sacrifice part of our money for some parts when we're starting up, like our websites. Some of our designs, we had to pay the graphics designers. That was out of pocket for us. So when we established that, this thing is viable and we can run this thing, it's possible to do this thing. So we started writing letters. So we reached out to Lagos State Blood Transfusion Service. So when we write letters to them, and we request for what we need. That this is what we want to do. This is how it's going to affect the community and how it's going to help in the long run. So we can reach out to organizations like Lagos State Blood Transfusion Service, different companies that produce food stuff to donate to us, and maybe drop some items as incentives to encourage people to donate blood voluntarily. So people can. So when you donate the first time, you see that I wasn't actually okay. I could go back to my work. I could go back to continue studying. I can go and sleep. I can cook. I can eat. Just immediately after donating blood. So when they have that incentive to say that, this thing is actually safe and I'm giving back to the community, the next time they hear about it, they won't necessarily need that incentive. They will just say that, I can then just do this and go back and I can help people. So after another way we've raised funds, I've mentioned with reaching out to organizations. I want to especially use this opportunity to thank Lagos State's Blood Transfusion Service. Whenever we reach out, they always come to our aid and point us to places where we can go to gain the support that we need.
Okay, you have anything to add to that?
Like I said, we are open to collaborations and we have partnered with a lot of organizations over the 18 months that we have started. So the major one is Lagos State Blood Transfusion Service. They have been a major support for us in our advocacy and our activities. We've also partnered with the hematology clinic at Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. That's where we are studying. And also there's a club in University of Lagos where we did a blood donation drive in October last year. KB Club. So we partnered with them for one of their blood donation drives, and it was fantastic. It has been good. So that's it.
Okay, so for organizations, corporate organizations or corporate bodies who want to partner with you, maybe to be able to bring together students or youths for blood donor drive, how can they get in touch? And what are those things that are the immediate needs that you feel that, an interested collaborator or sponsor would want to jump on with your organization?
Okay, so right now, if you visit ohls.com.ng, that is our website. So first of all, interested individuals who want to join our network of blood donors. They can sign up to become a voluntary blood donor on our website.
Okay.
So when they sign up, we get their information, their emails, their phone numbers,
All right.
and we can easily reach out to them when we're having any events, so they can come and participate.
Okay.
If people are also interested in volunteering for us, still on the same website, ohls.com.ng, you can register to become a volunteer.
Okay.
When you're a volunteer, we also inform you about our programs, and if you're interested in helping out, you can reach out to us, and we would inform you on what to do.
Okay.
So then for corporate organizations, bodies that are interested in sponsoring, partnering with us, still on our website again, ohls.com.ng.
Okay.
On the website, you will see our social media handles, our emails, that you can reach out to us.
And telephone numbers, I guess.
Pardon?
And telephone numbers?
Yes, all our information, everything
on
is
the
on the website.
ohls.com.ng.
Okay, so when you visit the website, you see our details, and you can reach out to us, and you'll get we're going to respond back almost immediately.
Okay.
So that we'll know what to move on with.
Okay. Briefly, how does this help or distract from your studies?
It has been tough. I know. I'll be honest. It has been tough.
Okay.
Because we are getting towards the end, and it's at the end that it gets harder.
Yes.
So about part of what we ensure is we will ensure that when we want to do an event, we calculate it in a way that we are doing it regularly, but at the same time, part of our free time. So with adequate time management and discipline, we have to be sure that we're not falling down, we're not going downwards in our grades. At the same time, we're going up with the organization. And
at the same time, your health is not affected as well.
Yes, everything is absolutely balanced.
All right, thank you so much, Idris Ibrahim, co-founder and executive director, and also Abdullah Adiniji Bello, also co-founder and technical manager, both representing One Health Life Savers. Thank you very much. Quickly, let me speak with Taiwo. Now, these are young people, very, very young people, and they're doing something worthwhile, even while in school. Just share with us briefly the importance, because they see it as something important. That's why they've come together to do this, even while in school, and probably they're going to continue once they're out of school. What's the message to potential sponsors and also people who would like to get involved in the blood donation drive? How easy is it, or how easy has it been monitoring?
Well, it's quite easy. Like they said, both of them said, whenever they have an event coming up, Lagos State Blood Transfusion Service, under the leadership of Dr. Bodun Yoshikomaya, gives them all the support that they need.
Okay.
So it is that easy. I think I said the same thing last week. Just organize it, come up with what you want to do, reach out to your people, so to say, and then we'll come in and take care of all the rest. So I'm absolutely impressed that they're doing this. I'm happy about it, really, because we actually need more people to do this. We need more NGOs, more organizations to set up voluntary blood donation advocacy, organizations. And I was in their shoes, like in 1999. I was on a media program doing something similar. So I'm happy that young people are also coming up to do similar things. And we hope that when they graduate and become doctors, they also continue doing it, and also raise more people behind them to also do it. So we want more voluntary donors. They are the safest source of blood in any society. It's WHO standard. Several studies have shown that when people donate voluntarily, like you said, you can donate up to 4 times in a year. When you do that voluntarily, you go in on your own. Nobody is forcing you, not because somebody that is sick or whatever. That is the safest source of blood, because you know that when you have malaria, you're not going to go and donate blood when you have malaria. You're going to wait till the malaria is gone. So that is the safest source of blood. So we want as many people as possible to join this crowd. a lot of countries have been able to achieve it 100%, and we believe we can do that in Lagos and Nigeria.
Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much, Taiwo, for being on the program.
Thank you.
So to everyone out there who has been listening, thank you very much for listening. We have been discussing why should I donate blood, and we've had guests in the studio. We had Idris Ibrahim, co-founder and executive director, and also Abdullah Adeniji Bello, also co-founder and technical manager, both representing One Health Life Savers. And also we've had Taiwo Loko is the Quality Assurance Officer at Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services. Well, for more information, if you'd like to get in touch with LSBTS, their Facebook page is Lagos Blood Transfusion. Again, Facebook is Lagos Blood Transfusion. On Instagram is Lagos State Blood Transfusion. And on X is Lagos BTS. Telephone number is 0806 920 7914. Again, 0806 920 7914. Feel free to browse through our social media handles if you need more information, or if you've missed any parts of this program, any part at all, and you can get all of the information you require via our social media handles, especially on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, and on Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, and on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. My name is Dele Agadumo. Be sure to join us next week, Monday, for another edition of Safe Blood Arena on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. A big thanks goes to Victor Oterios, who are executive producer, Tayo Akonle. Enjoy the rest of